Did you know that you created everything about your life before you were born on what's called a blueprint? The blueprint that you created. You planned everything from your birth date, the time you were born, where you were born, your parents, your own name, your siblings, situations in your life, challenges you meet on that blueprint. Hi, I'm Stacie, and I help people recreate their blueprint using astrology, numerology, and sacred geometry. In this video today, I'm going to help you discover what your life path number is and what that means for you. And although life path numbers and the challenges you meet within that life path are a bit more complicated than just one single number, this is just the basics. Let's get started.
How do I find my life path number? Use your date of birth, the month, the day, and the 4-digit year. For example, August 1st, 1947. August 1st, 1947 translates to numbers like this one. August is the 8th month of the year. The day is 1, it goes down to 1. If your date is 2 digits, you would simply add those 2 digits together until you get down to 1 digit. 1947 gets separated out into single digits to add together. Then you add all of those digits together until you get a single digit answer. August 1st, 1947 equals life path number 3. When you add down to a single digit and it's a 2, a 4, or a 6, the number directly before that, if it is an 11, a 22, or a 33, is important to note. 11, 22, and 33 are called master numbers, and they add additional flavor to your life path. Not everybody has the master number. That does not make anybody more important or less important. It just adds more information to your blueprint. Take some time now to find out what your life path number is using the directions just given to you. When a person has a life path number of 1, and they are in a positive timeline or a positive space in life, they are described as having high leadership qualities. Original, creative, and trend-setting. On the flip side, when a person with a life path 1 is more negative, meaning flipped, they could be seen as controlling, domineering, bossy, and abrupt. A person with a life path of 1 is extremely black and white. They love to see the reality in all of the smallest nuances. They have no time for gray areas or bullshit. People with a life path of 1 are extremely competitive. They need to be the best in all things. And if they think they're not the best, then they feel like they're a failure. They have to be okay with not being the best, which is very difficult for them. 1s are also very hard on themselves. They beat themselves up and can create situations of self-sabotage. A message to a number 1 is just to give yourself a break and don't be so hard on yourself. 1s are going at it alone and they like it that way. They're in perpetual motion. They prefer accomplishments alone and takes command without fear of opposition. They also can be stubborn and not want help even though they really need it. They'll be that person who's running towards a volcano and people on the sidelines will say, slow down, and the one will say, no, I'm good, right before they fall into that volcano. The lessons a 1 needs to learn are always through the beginnings of things. 1s are individualistic, are good executives, and work best alone. They are usually efficient and well organized. Although they are not naturally domestic, they do manage well in any situation. They can be sophisticated, but not especially romantic. They can appear at the head of the social and commercial groups, but always a bit removed. Any compatibility with a 1 needs to take account for the 1's sense of leadership. If you both want the same thing at the same time, you could join ranks in competition with other forces. 1s might have to work hard at harmonizing with personalities, since 1s tend to be aggressive. This requires cooperation, which doesn't come natural to a 1, and is the necessary endurance to see a project through its conclusion. 1s struggle to step out into new and untried situations. They need to exert their pioneering instincts without fear. If a 1's individuality is too strong, It could express itself as bossiness and be detrimental to personal happiness. A 1's inner strength is so strong that others rely on them when things get rough. If your life path number turned out to be the number discussed here but sounds nothing like you, then I need to ask you, what happened in your childhood that changed you? Because at your core, this is who you are. If you would like to make a session with me, please contact me at the link in the banner on my YouTube page. If you want to learn how to live your highest and best life, like I am right here, and I do live right here, stick around and click on one of these playlists or single videos. Sit back and get comfortable, because you can learn how to do this using the law of attraction and clearing your karmic patterns with my help.